Werewolf the Podcast can be found now at all good podcasting sites. Hello, this is Werewolf Will. Please like, subscribe, press the bell and comment on this story. This story is a little bit different. This account is from Fenrir, my wolf soul. I actually transcribed it as I sat at his feet and listened to this story, which is the beginning of some very sad stories. What do I mean by my werewolf soul? Well, I call him my posit, and he's like my best friend. He takes the form of a huge wolf. He is the soul of that wolf, and he willingly gave himself to a human when they both needed to continue to live. It's a story about, well, if you listen to Werewolf Spell, one of the other videos, you'll learn about it. He chose me as a small child, and he chose me so that he could continue his journey, and we've never been parted. He's my teacher and my mentor, and, well, he's just everything to me. When we actually choose to combine together, we can become a werewolf or a wolf. Let's just leave that at that. It's just the basics. Listen to some more videos if you want to hear any more detail. He's hundreds of years old, and he's passed through generations of humans and has chosen, managed to choose 5 in his time as his wolfkin. He's tried many more, but those are mostly failures. Not many people can accept that the wolf's soul and the werewolf they become. You can imagine, can't you? They probably think they're going crazy. Those few that could combine with him meant he could continue his own journey. And this is a story he tells. He tells us about leaving his tribe in this story, and he tells us the reasoning and what happened. He was combined with a man called Gennady at the time, and Gennady was one of the leaders of the tribe, but sadly Gennady fell to something much stronger, apparently, than anything else in the world. He fell to love, and this is the story of their journey away from the tribe, and it's from Fenrir's point of view. So I'll begin. In the sky, there was only war. On the ground, there was only the run. However, I find the difference only tentative at this moment. The night sky was filled with Thor swinging his hammer and laying waste to those that stood against him. In my heightened state of fear, folly, and I have to say, fury, I could make out his giant form in the sky, and seeing him fight gave me something to remind me to keep moving. Every moment I could keep running was another small victory. I would be alive. I was desperate to extend this little life further, so each second, no, each millisecond mattered to me. The old gods were with us, which meant I might make it out of this horror if I believed, which even against the evidence before me I did not. At this point, I'll step in as the transcriber. Fenrir and his human, Gennady, had no fundamental, in-depth knowledge of what he called the Norse old gods. He only learns of them later, and then I think in hindsight uses them in this narrative. Back to the story. The god was struggling. He was being overwhelmed and closed upon. The clouds formed gigantic horrors against him. Great misshapen creatures wrapped themselves around him. Maybe the chaos gods of the sagas were in amongst them, or were them. I did not know, but they tried to envelop him as he smote and damned them with each blow. As a wolf, I ran. He swung left and right as they closed upon him. He fought not for his life, but for the space in which to carry on the fight. If he could continue to resist, he hadn't lost. If he could continue to destroy, his life was not over. The brutal roars of thunder were an exclamation of his wrath, although the intertwined figures that sought to crush him absorbed the sound. His mighty strikes tore through the firmament. Each one ripped apart the clouds, and as they were shredded, Impenetrable rain fell as if they bled. The mighty being knew he was lost, yet he fought with joy. He waited to be destroyed. Each extra swing he gave brought elation as he stole another moment of their time and a moment of their life from them. He stole their time for success, their time for celebration, and their very being. He laughed in his last few moments. He existed in them for what he was made, to fight and destroy his enemies. In these seconds, his true worth was being shown. Lightning played over the distant mountains with each sweep of Mjolnir. The giant war hammer's ecstatic joy could be heard in the booming of its impacts it made upon its foes. The old enemy was on the march, and the ancient god was fighting them gloriously all around me in the ethereal realm. Outnumbered 1,000,000 to 1, he still fought, standing his ground until he would fall. I ran. I ran with all my heart, not with an idea of where to, but with the concept of from. I was running from. To did not matter at this moment. I was being chased by only one demon, and that demon was love. That rain-soaked monster was behind me and was running me down. I would not stop until I did. I would have to stop at some point and put up my own fight, but not yet. For now, I was running. Thor was trapped in the heavens. I was not. I had the whole world to run to. I could regroup and take on my enemy on a more equal basis. I would enjoy its death. I would somehow take it down and free the world from its fallacy that was chasing me to the ground. I would kill and destroy in the same manner as Thor, but on my terms. I may not be the hero of Valhalla. I may not be willing to sell my life for the one battle. I would sell my life, but it would be at the ultimate cost to those who tried to kill me with love. Running is an amazing feeling when I am the wolf. I never seem to tire, and I never seem to lose the want to continue. I revel in it. I feel my heart pounding in rhythm with the gait of my run. I feel every deep breath of air entering and then leaving my lungs. I feel alive in this moment, and much more alive knowing that it could end at any moment. I have no idea if I'm being shepherded into a particular direction or not. I have no idea if love wants me alive or dead. I have no idea of the strength that follows. I have no idea what it is. I have very little in the way of ideas. You may have noticed. I just know I have to run. I have to run from. That is my only at this time. I churn the miles beneath my heels. The storm is not a distraction but a driver. I take energy from the crazy madness above me. My emotionally addled brain fizzes in the background noise. There are unnatural energies at play, but the smashing of natural energies in the sky fills my pelt with static. The booming of Thor's hammer is a fitting background song to my unpanicked run. I live by stoic principles, which means I don't really care about my problems. If I can do something about the problem, I don't worry. If there's nothing I can do about the problem, I don't worry. If there's no problem, then, obviously, I don't worry. That's common sense on all levels here, but no concept that the common people have or ever sense is common sense. Love doesn't work in these situations. It just doesn't work. I rush through the grass and the brush of the steppe. I'm somewhere beyond the Ural Mountains, running on the plain plains there. I have not yet met any homes, houses, or a single homestead or a human. It would be a good to find a place so at least I know the world is still turning and life is still going on. Right now, I don't know that, and I don't know if that's the case, and I just run west. Why am I running? The simple reason is I want to stay alive, and running from it seems appropriate. The second reason is that I am escaping my past. My past is a tribe, and my love. A love I could never have or own. I own the love, but not the loved. The only thing that I could never possess. Everything else had been mine to take, or to have. Her I could have, but she would never give me what I wanted, which was her love. This was confusing and bad. She had given what I wanted to my brother, which was my love, her love. So all I have is my life. So I run, and I run, and I run. Thank you to those that have shared. It's been great, and if you could share more, that would be wonderful. I love you loads. Speak soon. Bye.